With me today I have Nick, who's a special individual here at Iris Motorsport. He specializes in both tuning and a lot of other quote-unquote nerd stuff here.
That's right.
So we're going to introduce him, why we're doing this video, what the premise is, what we're going to be looking at, and a little bit more about what he does here with the company on a daily basis. So without further ado, Nick, please.
Sure. So yeah, my name's Nick Scambolori. I started with iRose back in November. I moved out from New York, and I do just a lot of the everyday nerd stuff around here. I do a lot of the tuning, a lot of the higher end technical diagnostics, and of course the tuning of this SYVECS system that we're going to be installing in this 2019 RS3 today. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it.
So if you can elaborate for the people watching, what is Cybex, and then let's go into, if you can, the benefits, some of the things that you've seen, the advantages, things that this ECU unit can do versus what the stock unit has to offer currently.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Cybex S7 is a plug-and-play standalone engine management system. It's complete replacement of your factory ECU. And with this system, you can, tune it from scratch. And there's a lot of additional features and a lot of neat things that the factory ECU just can't do.
Zoom in. Hey, you! What are you doing there? Sorry. You're good. Keep that rolling. We're going to leave that in. And please continue, Nick. I'm sorry I had to bother,
no worries. So yeah, the Cybex, we've got kind of a plug and play kit here. I can show you a little bit. We make these brackets in house. They're CNC billet aluminum, so we can just drop this kit right into an RS3. We've got the jumper harness, which is it uses the factory engine harness, the Audi harness, and it adapts right into the Cybex S7 ECU. We do make this harness in-house. This is so that we can utilize the GM ethanol content sensor, so we have full flex fuel capabilities with this system. And yeah, it's a pretty simple, straightforward plug-in system. Probably half an hour to get it fully installed and ready to fire up.
And one of the many benefits for going with the flex fuel would be what, in your opinion?
So flex fuel gives you the flexibility, flex fuel, to run anywhere from pump gas to E100. And the system real time measures the content of the ethanol and makes adjustments to make sure that the engine is running optimally at any level of content of ethanol.
Some of your just basic stock motor bolt-on guys running Cybex versus your 1,000 horsepower Cybex bolt-on guys with built motors, crazy setups, can now travel long distance with their cars, not worrying about what kind of fuel they're putting in. They can mix in 91, 93, and you said up to E100 without having to worry about anything.
That's correct. Now, as long as the hardware supports it.
Of course.
If you've got an 850 kit and you're at the edge of your fuel system, E100 might be beyond what you could run. But what we'll do, I'll tune it and I'll know for sure, I'll know the hardware that's on the car.
Of course.
And if I go to a point where there isn't enough fuel system to support E100,
sure,
you just taper boost back down.
Got it.
So it would end up making a little bit less power at E100, but still be safe.
Got it. So someone could put their kids in the car, go for a long distance trip,
absolutely,
and be stuck in an area with like 87 octane and no one cares.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
And you're going to be doing an install for us here today, kind of showing us how easy and how fast you can install it,
yep,
and how stock looking it looks once it's put in.
Absolutely.
Without further ado, Nick, if you want to get to it, we're
sure,
going to show you guys a small time lapse. And how long is this supposed to take? Let's say you doing this install and how easy this is. Obviously you have a plug and play harness there. You're not cutting, splicing any wires, doing anything crazy. Correct. This is just a simple install for you.
Correct. I've done quite a few of them, so okay, I'm a little bit of an expert, but it is pretty simple, and you'll see here shortly how simple it is.
Okay, let's get over to the time lapse and see how long, or see what it takes actually to install Cybex into a 2018, 2017, up to a 2019 now RS3, which here we have a 2019 RS3 that he's about to do this install in. So without further ado, let's kick it. One really cool thing, so this is Eric's car, a good friend of ours. And I see some familiar components on this. You see our boost tap spacer, throttle body inlet, and he's running our intercooler piping system, which is pretty cool to see it on a blue car. And what's really cool is that Eric, one of the first to have 2019 here locally, and they're not painted on the inside of the hood, which kind of really looks nice on the ambiance. Can't really show it too well on the camera, but he's got black optics, so it kind of shows off the black optics with the black hood. So it's like a black engine bay, and then he went, of course, with the black anodized from us on the throttle body inlet, black anodized on the turbo inlet with his 850 kit. And we got some surprises coming with this car, which is going to be pretty cool. But just a little side note, it was kind of cool to see some of our parts installed in another state in a shop car, which is pretty awesome. So Eric, we are going to be featuring your car today, so it's actually pretty cool. So thanks for your support. Really appreciate you as a customer, and I hope you enjoy your built 850 with our throttle body inlet kit and our intercooler piping kit. Wrapping this up, Nick did his install, took about what, 20-25 minutes?
Yeah, I'd say about that.
Very clean. If you guys can't even notice it, it's literally right there, and then a small Cybex box towards the back. You can't even notice it while it's installed. Again, no cutting, no splicing. But now we have Hank here. So Hank, what do you have to say about your Cybex setup here?
I don't know, this car is going to be super fast, probably faster than yours.
Oh, that hurt. Is that simply because of the paint, or?
It's blue.
It's blue.
No, it installs really cleanly. We've made some nice adapters to make it to where it just plug and play. Pretty cool solution for being able to have rolling anti-lag, flex fuel, all the safeties. You know, we monitor crankcase pressure, engine coolant pressure, all that stuff, to where it's just stuff that you probably could get it to happen on the OEM ECU.
Got it.
Just not easily. You know, this is a 2019. There's a lot of calibrators out there right now, a lot of big companies that can't even flash this ECU, much less make 800 wheel horsepower with them. So
let me ask you guys a question now. So you guys, Nick went into detail on the first part of the video with how many maps are coming with it and how easy it is to kind of select through, and we're going to cover that when we pick up my car in the coming weeks. But for that, what kind of support is typical now of anyone to contact you guys and say they want Cybex on their RS3 TTRS? If they buy into the Cybex package deal, are they getting just 7 maps and they're good, or they're getting a time slot of support? How does it work?
yeah, so basically the way that we're doing it right now is, you know, the price that we pay for the calibration is including 2 years of support.
That's awesome. 2 years.
Yep.
So someone can contact pretty much Nick, make an appointment, do logs, talk about things, maybe little tweak their setups with you for a matter of 2 years after buying.
Yeah, I mean, we feel like, and that's obviously understanding that it's the same turbo. I mean, we don't want to be retuning a new turbo every like 2 weeks.
Of course, yeah.
We'll take it by case basis, but we feel like the car is going to leave so sorted to be in the first place.
Nice.
We have a couple of these in the wild now, and I don't think we've heard back from them since they've left.
Well, you see their videos on Instagram, gapping cars. That's pretty much all you see.
It's really sorted. Nick spent a bunch of time setting up the different maps, different traction control strategies. You know, they leave here ready to rock and roll. It's absolutely insane that we can get a standalone to drive this nicely. I don't think most people could tell that it's not an OEM ECU.
That's pretty badass. And then Nick, I mean, obviously this is a child of yours, so to speak, with you and Hank doing this install. And what do you have to say in terms of maybe the design, the implementation, and where you see this kind of platform going now with Cybex?
I'd say overall it's a really nice kit. It's plug and play, ready to go. It gives you a lot of nice motorsport features and a lot of flexibility. Just the flex fuel is going to be huge for people. Not having to worry about what fuel you're putting in your tank, and having the ECU be able to act on that real time is going to be huge for a lot of customers. So I think it's a great system. It's been really nice to work with it so far, and I think people are going to go fast with it. So it's all we want, really.
It'll be interesting to see, like, just like this particular client. We never even flashed his OEM ECU.
Straight into Cybex.
Straight into Cybex.
Goals. Goals.
So I mean, technically his OEM ECU is still it's not TD1. It's never been flashed. It's kind of interesting.
We'll keep his identification and who he is completely secret.
Yeah. So cool kit. It's crazy how well everything works. Cruise control. You know, no check engine lights on the dash. It works. It works really, really well. The guys at Cybex have spent a tremendous amount of time to get a really polished product, and shows.
That's awesome. So, I mean, guys, you've seen us cover topics various from turbo upgrades now to new built motor packages that they have that are updated since last year, new power figures. Obviously, the quarter mile times are so much different now. I mean, they were aiming for 9s this same time last year, and now they're like, yeah, maybe we can go 850s, maybe low 8s this year. We'll see what happens. You know, we'll just play around. But you're looking at the shop that owns the planet Earth's world record quarter mile for the RS3. Going, what's your best time so far?
885. So,
what was your mile an hour trap? We don't care about trap. It's just about the quarter mile ET.
No, my car's trapped 163 is the best it's trapped.
That's pretty awesome.
We'll go faster.
Well, guys, gentlemen, both of you, Hank, Nick, thank you guys for the time today. It was cool to kind of see what's going to be going on my car in the future. Thanks for letting us tag along on this install for Cybex. I'm really excited about running it in the car and seeing what Zona's new UHF cartridge is going to do for us now that, you know, we're going to be going racing with it, half mile, maybe even some quarter mile action. So I'm really excited. I appreciate the time, guys. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. This wraps up part 2 of our videos now, with updating you guys on the RS3, showing you Cybex install, how long does it take, the reason why some of these guys are doing them. And of course, we are working on updates for Stav's build. We still just have the short block installed. We're going to be going and installing the head as soon as the ring filer comes in for the pistons, and then we can install the pistons, the new rods that Stav picked up, and get his car going, and then just do a swap for his stock block that's currently in his B5 with the built motor, and hopefully he makes some really solid numbers there. Maybe some updates coming up for the 24 valve as well. Throwing more fueling at her. Going to get some more power coming out of this car, but you know, there's still a lot of concerns. You know, stock rear end, stock axles, so there's some developing that needs to happen there in order for us to hold up the power. But for the street, for some fun, maybe even some final time coming up for shift sector, I'd like to bring the B5 out there. I'd like to make some solid traps and have a good time. That's it, guys. That's all I got for you. We appreciate you guys watching, as always. Stay tuned. A lot more content is coming your way, and we're really excited to showcase it to you guys as we progress. Oh, and one last thing. We just want to say thank you to everyone who chimed in on all our videos. You know, a lot of the advice, pointers, tips that you guys give, believe me, that doesn't go out in the wind. We take every comment pretty much that's a legitimate comment. We take it to heart, and we really appreciate you guys reaching out, whether it be email, private message on Instagram, reaching out to us on Facebook. We're still trying to respond to everyone. There's so many of you. We didn't realize there were going to be so many reaching out, but we truly appreciate it. I just wanted you guys to know that, coming from me and Stav. Stav's out driving his B5, ripping it around. So from the two of us, we really appreciate you guys reaching out. And believe me, we take every bit of information you guys are willing to give, and we take that and learn from it and keep moving, right? So if you're going to comment down on this video, let us know if you see something that maybe you want to comment on, maybe something we don't know. Let us know. We'll correct it as we go forward. And again, that's why we love this community that we started here on our YouTube channel, and also our Facebook Audi Performance Builds and Projects group. So if you haven't already, Also, get on Facebook. If you haven't made one, just make a basic one and join our Audi performance groups on there, our Volkswagen performance groups on there. Join everyone that's sharing their projects now online, whether it be motor swapping into a Volkswagen, motor swapping into an Audi, taking Audi power plants, swapping them into American cars, just a whole bunch of shenanigans. Again, you know, everything we do here is basically for you guys, and of course we want to share our journey as we learn and progress. You know, we don't know everything, we're not professionals, we don't own a shop. We do most of this stuff here out of my home garage. So yeah, take that for what it's worth, guys. We're not professionals. We don't pretend to be. We are basically professional idiots, professional Malakas. So that's all we claim to be. So anyway, guys, if you guys enjoy the journey, again, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.